Some may imagine that a noble quest is at hand. I myself suspect burglary, or something of that ilk. You seek the Arkenstone. There are gems in the mountain that I too desire.
I am listening.
I will let you go, if you but return what is mine.
I would not trust.
Thranduil, the great king, to honor his word, should the end of all days be upon us!
I warned your grandfather, but he would not listen. Stay here if you will, and rot. 100 years is a mere blink in the life of an elf. I'm patient. I can wait.
Should the Night Watch not have come by now?
Indeed. Surely we cannot be expected to stand guard much longer.
I fear I may succumb to sleep the moment night falls.
Stay strong. We must not stray from our...
Infiltrating the halls of the elves is a risky business, but Bilbo was left with no choice. He would need all of his newfound courage to rescue his companions from Thranduil and the elves.
We're never going to reach the mountain, are we?
Bilbo!
Not stuck in here, you're not. There are guards nearby! Don't believe them, we're in the cellars! I know what I'm doing. Everyone, climb into the barrels, quickly! Josie says.
LEGO The Hobbit walkthrough. This is going to be the Barrels Out of Bond level, and this level is pretty much as fun as the barrel movie part in the movie was. My word choice was astounding there, but for the Desolation of Smaug, that was so much fun watching all the barrels go by. I thought they did that really well, but moving on past any references to the movies, it's not a very challenging part of the level for this first section. You just need to find these 3 barrels and then put them in the correct spot. And they're kind of gonna be scattered on the left, the middle, and the right. I guess not really scattered. They'll be placed on the left side of this part, and then the middle, and then the right. The first one is pretty easy to get a hold of, and you'll need a bow and arrow to shoot that one down, and you'll get that in a little bit. For now, you can come over here to the left and do your best to build this object. And if you don't have all the items that you need to build it, once again, just go around the room, destroy everything you see, and something will drop what you need. And just keep doing that until you can build this. And once you do build it, then you'll notice that that statue has a bow and arrow, and you'll be able to knock him around so you can pick it up and shoot down the barrel. Actually, something kind of interesting, if you ever want to build those little things on your own. If you have a ton of Legos, you could hold down the left trigger or whatever button it says and slow down the build. Then you could see which items you need, and you'd probably have to do it a lot, but if you were able to record it, you could just record it and slow it down and see what you need and then put it together yourself. And that might actually be a lot of fun, but it really seems like they need a lot of unique pieces that I don't have, so I'll probably never be able to do it. But that always seems to be the problem with trying to build Lego sets, is you just don't have that one piece that you need, and you have to spend a week ordering it from a Lego website, hoping that it gets here, and then you find out it's not the right one, you imagined it incorrectly, and then you just kinda give up. But, you know, Legos are expensive these days, so what can you do about it? Oh well. So, to get the second barrel, go into the Shadow Realm with with Bilbo's ring, and then you can pick up the torch over here on the left, or the one on the right, and then you can burn down this shelf, and the second barrel will show itself. And then you can hop on it. And riding on the barrels is always a lot of fun in these games. I don't know why, but it's just it's just hilarious. I'm trying to remember the first game that you could do it in, and I think it was Lego Pirates, and it was so perfect seeing Captain Jack Sparrow bouncing or rolling around on the barrel. And I don't know, it was just great. And this one, it's a little bit not as cool as seeing Jack ride on it, but it's still pretty fun. So for the final barrel, you just need to destroy the spigot or the spout on that big giant one, and then throw it at the block that is holding this one down, and once you put that in, a cutscene will happen, and you will soon be riding down the river.
Hold your breath. Hold my breath? What do you mean? Ah!
Close the gate!
This part of the level can be a little bit confusing because you don't have any weapons, and in a second here it's going to ask you to kill about 3 orcs and then a bunch more after that. So once you get up onto the shore and then you can save here, what you'll want to do is kill all the orcs that you can find, and eventually one of them will drop their axe or some form of weapon, and you'll have to pick that up, like that orc right there who has an axe. You would want to kill him, and hopefully he'll drop his weapon, then you can pick it up and now you have a weapon to kill other orcs with. And as you can see on the top of the screen, it's telling you you need to take out 3 of those armored orcs, and those would be those gold armored orcs that can't be destroyed unless you have a weapon, and you also have to go through a little fighting scene before you can disarm them, so then you can take out their helmet, their chest plate, and then eventually their head. First, what you could do is just destroy some of the other stuff too and pick up extra loot that you might want, because you can never have too much, and you, I don't know, could just go straight to killing the orc. So here there's also a digging point where you can get a mini kit if you have a shovel, but that's a free play object because you don't have a shovel. So that axe for me kind of showed up out of nowhere. I don't really know what orc died to drop that, but once you do pick up the axe, you can go straight to fighting the orcs, and I made a transition there because there was like a whole 5 minutes of me wandering around trying to figure out what the heck to do, because I didn't see those 3 orcs at the top of the screen, and when I saw it I was like, really? So then I figured it out pretty quick once I saw that. So the next orcs they'll send are going to be about 5 of these silvery ones, and they're a lot easier to take out than the golden ones. As you can see, you don't have to go through any fighting sequence to destroy them. Now after you do that, a final orc will come up, and soon you will be able to pass by the elves. But for this orc, you just have to ground pound on that siege tower type thing, and then the elves will kind of move out of the way, but you're gonna need to get the bow and arrow that drops here, and then you can shoot the barrels above the elves to force them out of the way. And then you can work your way onto the right side of the bridge there and open up the gate. So you don't really need to worry about this other orc. Just kind of come over here, jump on the lever, and then the next part's going to be a ton of fun. This part of the game was probably the most accurate part compared to the whole movie, because they did it really well, and it's just you in a bunch of barrels having to fight the orcs that jump on top of you, and to get rid of them you just have to follow the button sequences, and once another orc jumps on top of you, you will toss the weapon to each other like they do in the movie, and sadly you're not moving quite as quickly, but you are still moving. So for this first part, like I said, you just have to do that button sequence orc fighting thing 4 times, and after that you'll get to fight a little bit as whoever the fat dwarf is that I can't remember the name of. I mean, I keep forgetting his name and I haven't bothered to look it up. But anyway, you'll get to be him and spin around in the barrel if you only get to do it for a short little time. It's still a ton of fun though. And that was that was just the most surprising part of that whole movie to me, because I did not expect them to do that when they were going down the rivers in the barrels. But anyway, that's pretty much going to be it for me narrating this level. After this, you're gonna be able to play as the elves, and you'll shoot a bunch of arrows at like 20 orcs as you're going down the stream, and that's a lot of fun too. So that's all I'm going to narrate, and once we're done with the elf part, that will be it for this level.
poison's in his blood. He'll be choking on it soon.
Taurian, it is not our fight.
It is our fight. When did we let evil become stronger than us?